Hello, boys and girls, and thank you for watching 3 to subtract integers. This is going to be just part A video because I want to spread this out enough that you guys really get the hang of this because it's a really important skill. So I'm just going to introduce you to the concept of subtracting positive and negative numbers today. On Google Classroom, there will be a PDF of this doodle notes. You're welcome to print that if you have the ability to print it. If you don't, it's not a big deal. This is where, many times in class I've been talking, we were doing dividing fractions. I would say keep, change, switch by accident. And you guys would go, no, it's keep, change, flip. Well, this is the reason that I would say that. Because when we're subtracting integers, the thing we do is we change it into an addition problem. Well, we've already learned how to add integers, so that makes it easy. It's just the extra step of changing the subtraction problem into the addition problem. And the way we do that is we keep the first number the same, we change subtract to add, and we switch the second number, the sign of the second number. So a brief example of that. Let's say if I gave you, 5 minus negative 3, all right? You keep the first number the same, you change subtract to add, and you switch the sign of the second number. In this case, the second number is negative, so we will change it to be a positive number. Then we just add these together. 5 plus 3 is 8. Pen malfunction, sorry. All right. So now we want to fill out this little thing over here, integer operations. This is where we're going to learn to subtract integers. And when it says when you have two negatives next to each other, it will always give us a positive. Well, that's what we had over here. I forget what the problem was. It was like 5 minus negative 3. They're saying subtracting a negative is the same as adding a positive. Well, when we did keep, change, switch, you can see that it was the same as adding a positive. Sometimes kids will say, when you see the face, all right, this is how it looked before. And they're saying, when you see the face, does that look like a face a little bit? Maybe if you have little eyeballs and that's a nose or something. Well, anyway, they say when you see the face, just keep, change, change, or keep, change, switch. Okay. Filling out this doodle notes, if you happen to have this printed and you're going that route, here's how you would fill this out. Whenever we subtract a negative integer, we are actually adding a positive integer. Positive 1 minus positive 1. Okay, well, this is just 1 minus 1. All right, that's 0, and 0 is neutral. Okay. Positive 1 minus a negative 1. All right, you think an answer of 2, which seems weird, doesn't it? But if you use the keep, change, switch method, you realize it becomes 1 plus 1, which is positive 2, which is positive. This next one is negative 1 minus positive 1. Keep the first number the same, change, subtract, add, and switch the sign of the second number. The second number used to be positive, so now I'm going to make it negative, which gives me a negative 1 plus a negative 1, which gives me negative 2, which is negative. And finally, down here we have negative 1 minus negative 1. Well, if we keep, change, and switch, we have negative 1 plus positive 1, which is what we call a zero pair, and therefore is neutral. Now, the first thing I did with my in-class kids is we passed out 2 colored counters, and I showed them how to go ahead and subtract these by using the 2 colored counters. For those of you who are homebound or watching this from your car or something, you obviously aren't going to have 2 colored counters to work with. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to use pluses and minuses. All right? That'll be the system we're going to rely on. And the pluses are the positive counters, and the negatives are the red counters. So here we have positive 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we want to take away 3 positives. How do I know this is a positive 3? If it was a negative 3, it would be in parentheses like this. All right, I want to take away 3 of them. So if I take away 1, 2, and 3, what do I have left? 2. You've known since 2nd grade that 5 minus 3 was 2. Right? But now you see how it works. Over here, we have 5 positives. And we need to take away 8. All right, that's a problem because we don't have 8. But listen carefully. When we were adding integers, I told you that you could take away 0 pairs because they weren't worth anything, right? Well, now that we're subtracting, I'm here to tell you that you can also add 0 pairs when you need them. Well, I'm 3 short. I need 3 more positives to be able to take away 8 positives. So what I do is I add 3 0 pairs, positive and a negative, positive and a negative. Now I can take away 8 positives, and what am I left with? 3 negatives. Now if we did this on the keep, change, switch method, we would keep the first number the same, change, subtract to add, and switch the sign of the second number. Now we're doing an addition problem like we did last week, and we're adding 2 numbers with different signs. We subtract the smaller one from the bigger one, that gives us 3, and the answer takes the sign of the bigger number. The bigger number was negative, so the answer is negative. Let's look over here at -7 minus -3. If we start with 7 negatives, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we take away 3 negatives, now that's a face. We take away 3 negatives, what do we have left? -4. If we had done keep, change, switch, keep the first number the same, change, subtract to add, and switch the sign of the second number, now we have -7 plus +3, which means you would subtract the smaller one, 3, from the bigger one, 7, you would get 4. And the answer takes the sign of the bigger number. 7 was bigger and it was negative, so the answer is -4. Here we have -4 minus -2. So we have 4 negatives, and we want to take away 2 negatives. What do we have left? 2 negatives. If we had done keep, change, switch, we would have -4 plus 2. 2 numbers with different signs being added, you subtract the smaller one from the larger one. So 4 minus 2 is 2. And the answer takes the sign of the bigger number. 4 was bigger and it was negative, so the 2 is negative. Okay. Down here, the last example on this slide, we have 6 minus -4. Okay, so we have 6 positives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But we want to take away 4 negatives. But we don't have any negatives. Well, what we do is we add 4 0 pairs. There's 1 0 pair. There's 2 0 pairs, 3 0 pairs, 4 0 pairs. Now we can take away 4 negatives. That would be these 2 and these 2. And what are we left with? 10 positives. Well, that's weird. But if we had done keep, change, switch, we would have had 6 plus 4, which is 10. I've got a few more examples. In class, I made the kids do these on their own, but since you're obviously not in class, if you're watching this, I will go ahead and do these as you would have done them. All right, we start off here with 6 negatives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need to subtract 2 positives. We don't have 2 positives, so we add 2 0 pairs. Now I have 2 positives. I can take away the 2 positives, and I'm left with 8 negatives. If we had used keep, change, switch, we would keep the first number the same, change, subtract to add, and switch the sign of the second number. All right? Oh, and I should have made that a -8. These are all negatives. We have -6 plus -2 is -8. Moving on to this one, this is 8 positives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need to take away 3 negatives. We don't have 3 negatives, so we add 3 0 pairs. If I take away these 3 negatives, I now have 11 positives. If I had done keep, change, switch, we would keep the first number the same, change, subtract, add, and switch the sign of the second number. That would have given us 8 plus 3, which is 11. Down here, we start with 4 negatives. But we need to take away 7 negatives. We don't have enough. We are 3 short. So what we do is we add 3 zero pairs. Now I can take away 7 negatives. There's 4, and there's 3 more, and I'm left with 3 positives. What does that look like in keep, change, switch? Keep the first number the same, change, subtract, add, and switch the sign of the second number. Now, as an addition problem, I'm adding 2 numbers with different signs, so I subtract the smaller one from the bigger one. If I take 4 away from 7, I get 3. And the answer takes the sign of the bigger number. Well, the 7 is the bigger number, and it's positive, so our 3 is positive. Moving on, we have negative 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 negatives. And I want to take away 6 positives. I don't have 6 positives. So I have to add them. 1 zero pair, 2 zero pairs, 3 zero pairs, 4 zero pairs, 5 zero pairs, 6 zero pairs. Now I can take away the 6 positives. That's 3, and that's 3. So I took away 6 positives. What am I left with? 10 negatives. If I had done keep, change, switch, this would have been negative 4 plus negative 6, which gives us negative 10. In my final example for this video, I started with negative 2, so 2 negatives, and I need to take away 5 negatives. I don't have 5 negatives, I only have 2. So I will need to add 3 zero pairs. 1, 2, 3. Now I can take away 5 negatives. There's 2, 3, 4, and 5. And what am I left with? 3 positives. But let's apply the keep, change, switch method. Keep the first number the same, change, subtract, add, and switch the sign of the second number. Now we're adding 2 numbers with different signs, so we subtract the smaller one from the bigger one. You take 2 away from 5, you get 3. And the answer takes the sign of the bigger number. Well, 5 is bigger than 2, and 5 is positive, so our 3 is positive. Okay. All right, the next thing I have the kids do is I have a 3-2 subtraction of integers practice A worksheet. Okay, that is going to be posted under the classwork tab, and it will be a PDF that you can open and you can print it if you want, or you can just use it as a worksheet and write down your answers. You can email me your answers. You can send me a picture of your written answers. However you want to get those answers to me so that you can have credit for that worksheet is fine with me. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that video and you've learned a lot about subtraction of integers. And I will see you in the next video when we start going over the reveal workbook pages. Until then,